insider tricks to travel like an A-list celeb, the accessory that can make any man hotter. Find out why you may never have to buy a bra again.
I mean, no more bras. Count me in. Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Michelle Yarn.
And I am Rachel Kay. We're also going to talk about a really simple DIY project you can do tonight, and it's going to help you go green.
Okay, I like a little double duty there. And then we're going to talk about, you know, when you set a healthy goal, why it's so hard to stick to it and you find yourself strained. We're going to tell you exactly why that is and then give you tips to stay on track.
So, we love that.
All right, it's a long-standing debate. Can men and women truly just be friends? Well, now one blogger on Jezebel.com says platonic friendships could make for a better quality man all around. How so? She says guys have been bombarded with messages ranging from women are much more emotional than men, or when a woman says no, she means yes. But the best way to clear the air, she says, talking to actual women. Who would have thought? Guys who do this will usually find that women are not these mysterious creatures, okay? Men could learn that women are worth talking to as people, not just potential sex partners.
What a great idea.
Women could discover that men are interested in talking to them and in talking in general, even if they're never going to jump in the sack together. But again, it's all fine and dandy if a guy and a girl can just be friends. I know you have a lot of guy friends, so it is doable, right? What do you think the secret is
The secret is you just have to lay it out right on the line. Friend zone. You know, you just have to be like, guys, we're friends.
You're never getting out of the friend zone.
You don't get any of this. It's just friends. And then they're a great resource for opinion if you are dating someone, because they're going to be really honest with you if you're their friend, because they know there's no chance. So they're going to tell you like it is.
It's doable, but things do change once you're in a relationship, because then it becomes really odd. Like, you can't just randomly hang out with a guy if you have a husband or someone else at home.
True.
So,
but guy friends are more fun, right?
That's guys are fun to hang out with.
They're a little wild and crazy. And guys, if you want an instant confidence booster, maybe you should become a baby daddy. A new study suggests men feel, quote, significantly more attractive in the first year after having a kid.
Yep, the men believe they look better in the company of a newborn, but if you don't believe it, we have our very own little experiment, very scientific to prove the theory.
All right, watch as these guys turn significantly hotter with a baby in tow, starting with James Vanderbeek Dawson. Come on, decent-looking guy, right?
Yeah.
Add a baby. Bam! Instant hotness. Look at that.
So true.
Look at him. He's like glowing and smiling.
Yeah, that's really sweet. Okay, then there's David Beckham. Okay, this guy's hot regardless. But let's add a baby. Brace yourselves. Hello, Daddy.
Look at that. Like the one-arm strength carrying the baby.
Something about them like protecting a child. I don't know.
All right, Ben Affleck. Yes, another good-looking guy, especially without the beard. But something happens once you add a baby. Check it out. Hotness factor definitely gets a boost. Look at that. He just looks so loving. Is that what it is?
It was funny, this study, too. It's only for a short window of time. So while that baby is a baby, I guess once the child gets older, the dad doesn't get as much attention, so they don't feel like they're as hot.
No.
I don't know. And of course, moms reported the exact opposite.
Naturally.
Right after a baby, like your body's all crazy, your hormones are nuts.
You're not going to feel, you know, super sexy.
But I think there's some truth to this one.
There is something about just that manliness with the like softness of the baby. And,
yeah,
like,
there's a Hugh Jackman one floating around. Holy hell, biceps. Oh my God.
Bigger than the baby, probably.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Bras, they help lift and separate our girls, or in some cases, lift and smush together to make those babies look bigger. Well, grab a match, because you may want to burn your bra after you hear this. When it comes to preventing the sag, a new French study found going braless is the best way to go. The researchers say not wearing a bra will help out, because when you do wear one, it doesn't necessarily prevent sagging or ease back pain. By not wearing one, the muscles around the breast will actually strengthen. One participant said in the study, when going natural, she could breathe easier, she carried herself better, and she had no back pain. Now, this doesn't work for everybody. If you've been rocking the brassiere for decades, the muscles may have already degraded, so there's no helping you regardless. Gravity has taken its toll.
Yes. No, I mean, you can save money on this, I guess, as a positive, but if I went braless, I did this once, my girlfriend convinced me that it looked fine. It looked fine, except when you started walking. So it's like...
It never looks fine. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay.
Unless you're like A-cups, I really don't think this works. And then you got to worry about the temperature, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So,
headline.
Not going to happen.
No.
Ladies, we have an emergency at the White House. Alert, alert. Our First Lady is having a beauty emergency. The bangs she debuted back in January, they've reached their breaking point. See what Michelle Obama had to say to Entertainment Tonight.
like a girl.
Can
What's
I do
next?
Can I do one of your favorite quotes that you always say to me?
What's that?
We take it day by day.
That's right.
We take it day by day. The bangs are a day-by-day proposition. It's starting to grow out. It's a little irritating, but it's okay. It's okay.
We can all relate to her,
Yeah.
but that we've all had bangs at one point. That dreaded, awkward bang grow out
Yes.
stage. Ladies, you find yourself regretting your bangs. Just follow these styling tips from Cosmo magazine. I hope the first lady's watching. So sweep your hair into a side pony. It's easier to keep the bangs in place that way. Taylor Swift here has a loose braid to hold things together. Or simply pin it to the side with a bobby pin for a pretty retro style like Leah Michelle's. And you could also do a front braid like Jennifer
Like that.
Morrison's. You just smooth away any flyaways with hairspray when you're done. Or add a simple black headband. This is the easiest way, like Olivia Wilde's, to keep those suckers out of your face while still looking, sweet.
Yeah.
Debenhams is out with its spring 2013 lookbook, and instead of sticking with those super skinny models, the UK department store is breaking the model mold. Check out the women they cast. From various ethnic backgrounds to various body shapes, the High Summer lookbook includes 3 models who are over the age of 40, including one near almost 70,
Wow.
women under 5 feet tall, and women over 6 feet tall, plus an amputee and a Paralympian athlete. So cool. The lookbook also makes a statement by featuring a size 18 model in a super cute swimsuit. In short, the store wrote this on its blog: here at Debenhams, we believe that anyone can look fabulous in our range, which is why we've decided to break with convention. The imagery turns its back on the industry norm of young, thin models. Super smart move, since the everyday person will be wearing the clothes. Previously, the department store has banned airbrushing and used plus-size mannequins. I love this. It
Yeah.
makes you so much more likely to want to buy the clothes when you can see them on real
Absolutely.
women.
Not only just for the point of it, but
Mhm.
like when you look through a catalog or you look online, you do wonder, okay, it looks great on her. How's it going to
Right.
look on me? So if you have more options to choose from for models
Yeah.
to give you an idea, I think it's great. I love it.
Because
I think
not
it's a good idea.
everyone looks like 6 feet tall,
Yeah.
size 4. You
And
know,
same
It's
thing
nice
with
to see
the age
difference.
difference too. If you're wondering if something's age appropriate, easy way to
Very
go.
true.
Good job, guys. Good job. Well, we all love makeup and beauty products, right? Maybe we tend to buy too many, but if you're in a hurry or you're traveling, you need to know what's essential. And our friends over at Babel.com run down the makeup must-haves, starting with a great moisturizer for night and another for daytime. Make sure they have SPF in the daytime. The easy way to add a little color too, by the way, is with an all-in-one slightly tinted moisturizer or even a BB cream. Just always protect your skin with an SPF of at least 30 and moisturize really well before bed. And of course, you need mascara. Now, it can be a little daunting to find the perfect one, but once you do, make sure it makes your eyes pop and buy that baby in bulk. Also, black eyeliner. You want a pencil with a smudge sponge on the end. This is another must. It's a great way to add a little hint of a smoky eye or even a super dramatic one. You'll also need a great set of brushes. Now, they don't have to be super expensive name brands, but they do need to come in a variety of sizes and shapes to get the job done. And also a neutral eyeshadow palette. This is a must for defining your lids. It's going to create depth. It'll enhance your eye's natural shape and beauty. And, we talk about the makeup brush thing. If you have the right tools, they will do the work for you.
They will. You just have to remember to clean them, too. That's also
and know
important.
when to use what.
Yeah.
It's a whole other story, by the way.
Minor details.
Yeah.
Time to start thinking about your summer vacation plans, and why not go to a forbidden travel spot?
Why not? Morgan Miller is revealing how to gain entry to these exotic band locations. Hey, Mo.
Hey, ladies, guys have been tripping about Beyonce and Jay-Z since they went to Cuba, right? Well, headlines have been reading that they didn't have permission, but they actually did, and not because they were celebs. You can just as easily go to Cuba if you want. Here's how you do it, but you can't visit as a tourist. If you want to go, you're going to need a license from the Treasury Department. Easiest way to do that is to travel with a licensed cultural group like the National Geographic or the Metropolitan Museum of Fine Arts. Now, these places offer tours, and more organizations are doing it. Another forbidden place to visit is Myanmar. It used to be completely off limits, but since Obama's visit, they're actually encouraging tourism. So now's the time to go. Here's how you do it. You have to get a visa, which costs you about $30 to $80.
That's it.
And the thing to know here, though, is to stick to the tourist route. There are several sites that are closed off due to military and ethnic conflicts. So you don't want to just wander around with your camera. Don't do it.
Good tip. Good tip.
Right. Last forbidden place, Iran. Go figure, right? This place actually gets about 1,000 to 1,500 tourists from America a year. The only thing you really need to visit this place is to be on a tour also, and make sure you get a visa with a tour guide. It's the biggest
Would you
deal.
guys go to any of these places? What
I
do you
would go to
think?
I
Cuba.
go to Cuba. I want to see.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just such a different time. Would you go?
No. Listen, there are so many other places you can go. They're easy to get to, and you don't have to worry because there's always that random person who wants to take a random hike on some random back road,
you get
and then
stuck
they
and
end
there's
up
a story
as
about
a
you,
prisoner
and
of
yeah.
war
And then
for
you're
God knows how long.
in the news on
Just skip it.
the shows.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a downside. Another downside to traveling, long lines at the airport,
Yeah,
right?
cutting lines at the airport used to be only for the rich and famous or frequent flyers.
But the Associated Press shares how they can skip the lines and how you can speed through just like a celebrity. So let's first describe what the star treatment is.
Okay.
Please.
Starting with special airline agents, they meet celebs, high-powered execs, and wealthy vacationers at the curb and privately escort them from check-in to security to boarding. American
Nice.
Airlines, they built a private check-in lobby in LA for VIPs who are whisked by elevator to the front of the security line.
Nice.
Yeah,
Jealousy.
Oh,
making it
don't forget
longer.
Delta Sky Club, too. In New York, it includes a hidden lounge within a lounge with views of the Manhattan skyline. And then in Atlanta, they will drive VIPs from one plane to another in a Porsche.
Ay, ay, ay.
But listen, any average Joe can have this service and a chance to feel like a star just for a few hours and a few extra dollars.
And American Airlines isn't off the list either. Their five-star service costs between $125 and $275 for the first passenger, depending on the airport, of course. And Delta's VIP Select costs $125. These are in addition to the price of the ticket, though. But United Airlines program is strictly limited to VIPs. Basically, it's the closest thing you're going to get to, being a private person at the high cost.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know. Do you think they'll have a tough time with this, though, that extra money?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
people can't even pay $25 to check their bag, let alone
I know.
100 times. I think it's really fun, and plus those prices only are for one passenger. So if you're traveling with a family, it's like
So it
another
adds up.
$75
Oh,
for
gosh,
your
that's a lot.
spouse, and then for
We
kids.
used to, when Chris, my husband, and I would travel, he used to slip $20 bills in our boarding
love
passes.
it.
I'm like, will you stop doing
Come
that?
on,
Because they
get
don't
us-
always give it back, and we don't always
I'm
get
gonna
VIP.
do that. That's
It
kinda
worked
genius.
one time.
One time? What did you
we
get?
sat first class. I had champagne. I was drinking it. It was free.
Champagne and
Girl,
cookies.
VIP.
It's free. It's for me. So.
Touche.
Still
So
more to
fun.
come on Life Love Shopping. We are showing you some simple, earth-friendly DIY projects and other easy ways to go green.
Yes, plus a look at the cool new digital payment service you can use with friends and family instead of those IOUs.
And while we're talking travel throughout the show, we are sharing some fun, unexpected animal adventures abroad, starting with elephant tours and adoption in Bangkok, Thailand.
Oh, I want to ride an elephant. So
How cool is that? It'd
So
almost be
cool.
intimidating swimming with that many dolphins.
Yes,
My
they're
goodness.
beautiful. Bucket list.
Yeah, really. Welcome back to Life Love Shopping.
Yes, forget free toasters and lawn chairs. Think beer and yoga. Bank branches are using those to get you inside. MarketWatch.com explains that you no longer need a reason to enter the physical branch when checks can be deposited with a smartphone. An Umpqua Bank branch in Portland, Oregon drew a crowd of 150 last fall with an Oktoberfest celebration, complete with pretzels, beer, and a strolling accordionist. And they're even offering free yoga classes, dog fairs, and children's theater. It's really a very new marketing tactic. The more reasons a bank gives customers or potential customers to visit a branch, the more likely the bank will grab a piece of their business. And it's turning into what they call the store idea, and it's spreading. Banks are creating their own financial libraries and even hosting classes and seminars. It may work as long as the cross-selling doesn't become too obvious or intense.
And while we're speaking banks and money, if you need help getting your checkbooks and bank accounts in order, we went to personal finance expert Vera Gibbons for her advice.
A financial journalist in New York City, here to talk about financial spring cleaning. First step would be to take a look at what's in your wallet. No more cash, checks, or paper IOUs. You can use a digital social person-to-person payment service like Pop Money, for example. It allows you to send, receive, or request money from anyone you know or owe through more than 1,800 financial institutions. That's banks, credit unions, or at popmoney.com. All you need is a recipient's email address or mobile phone number, and you're good to go. Next, take a look at what's in your home. You may have clothing you can donate to your favorite charity. You may have gift cards that you can sell, swap, or exchange on a site like plasticjungle.com. You may have bonds that have expired. We're sitting on $16 billion worth of bonds that have expired. They are no longer earning interest. To see what they're worth and to redeem them, you can go to treasurydirect.gov. Happy spring cleaning. For more information, go to popmoney.com.
Okay, so now after you're done with your spring cleaning, you might have some burnt out light bulbs you were going to toss, but before you do, check out these really creative craft ideas for your old bulbs. Like this one. It's an adorable hanging light bulb vase. Isn't that cute? You just hang the bulb from a wire, fill it with water and some small flowers, really easy to do. And then there's this light bulb pear decor, really cute too. You create this yourself by gluing twine around the bulbs. Just be very careful while you do that, and then put them in a bowl on the counter. And this one, super cute too. Create a spice rack. You clean out the light bulb, fill them with your spices, and then you can use a wine cork to keep them closed.
Some great ideas. And Earth Day is right around the corner, and you've probably noticed that going green is everywhere. Here are some things you can do to join in. Start by saving energy to save money. So set your thermostat a few degrees lower in winter and a few degrees higher in the summer. Unplug those appliances when you're not using them. This cuts that phantom or vampire energy use. Wash your clothes in cold water whenever possible. As much as 85% of the energy used to machine wash clothes goes to heating the water. And use a drying rack or clothesline to save on some energy as well. And you can eat smart to save as well. If you eat meat, add 1 meatless meal a week. Meat costs a lot at the store, and it's even more expensive when you consider the related environmental and health costs. Buy locally raised and organic meat, eggs, and dairy whenever you can. It helps keep money in the local economy.
I like that. And the thermostat one, too. That's so
huge.
true. If you can even set the timer, it's even better because you won't forget, and it just goes up and down as you leave for the day. I like it.
The day is really important. Yeah. Yes. Well, still more to come on the Life Love Shopping. Ever wonder why it's so hard to keep your health goals? Well, we are laying out the truth after the break.
Plus, ways you can give back and help kids around the world eat a warm meal. That's coming up next.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping Australia. What a great adventure place.
I know, and who wouldn't want to see some cute little penguins, right?
Adorable.
Well, let's talk about stress for a second, okay? We're all under stress, but what do you think most Americans are worried about?
I would say maybe like gaining weight. Would that be up there?
It's there, definitely, but unemployment rates, okay, they may have dropped in the U.S. as of late. Work stress swiftly on the rise. According to a new report, a new survey shows that more than 8 in 10 employed Americans are stressed out by at least one thing about their jobs. Poor pay, increasing workloads, those were the top sources of concern reported. Now, those were followed by frustration with coworkers or the commute, working in a job that's not your career of choice, poor work-life balance, lack of opportunity for advancement, and fear of being fired or laid off. I mean, that is like the entire spectrum of worries there. It's kind of sad to see, right?
It is sad. So, but you got to work hard. Everyone's working hard in multiple jobs. And just
at one point, you just kind of have to appreciate that you're working and maybe set those goals for yourself later down the road.
Yeah, keep that all in perspective. And according to the USDA, 1 in 5 American children will go hungry this year. That'll keep things in perspective.
Yeah, but you can help bridge the spring hunger gap. Check this out to see how.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Borba. I'm a child development expert, and I'm here today to talk about fighting childhood hunger. The USDA's latest report found that 50 million Americans are living in what is called a food insecure household, and 16 million of those impacted in America are our children. That food banks are actually lowest in supplies during the spring, and that's what's called the spring hunger gap. Walmart has partnered up with some of the top food companies, and they're giving away $3 million in grants that will generate 35 million meals. Now, how's that involve you? Real simple. All you need to do is go visit walmart.com/hunger. You can then vote for the local organization that will receive part of the $3 million in those grants, as well as find ways that you personally can go and volunteer.
What a great way to give back. Well, this may sound familiar to you, okay? You've set a goal for yourself. let's say to maybe lose weight. But a month later, you find yourself just scarfing down junk food, right? We've all done that. Well, a Huffington Post blogger explains why. It's because your life goals are not your habits.
Okay, too often we let our motivations, our desires, they drive us into a frenzy. We try to solve the entire problem at once instead of starting a small new routine. But here's how to fix it.
Yes, dream big, but start small. Small changes will eventually become natural, which are stepping stones to the results you want. Also, focus on lifestyle, not life-changing. Okay, so for example, losing 50 pounds would be life-changing, but drinking 8 glasses of water a day is a new type of lifestyle and something you can do, because too often we get obsessed with making major transformations. So daily habits, tiny routines that are repeatable are what makes that big dream a reality.
Yeah,
You know?
and I'm kind of like, I'm a results-driven person, so like if you tackle something too big and you don't see results right away, I think that's why people tend to give up too, right?
Right, and people often get super inspired, you know, by TV shows and different things like that to want to go, but you just have to
like The
keep
Biggest
that motivation.
Loser,
Yes.
nobody can work out 24/7 like they do and drop 20 pounds in 1 week, right?
Right.
Okay,
So you got to
keep
keep it
that
in
in mind.
perspective. Yeah.
Here at Life Love Shopping, you know we always want to connect with you, so when we're not on TV, you can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page, and by the way, you can follow and tweet us too on Twitter at Life Love Shop.